Travis Decker, when borderline and narcissistic personality collide. A father's shadow, 3 beautiful lives, a family torn apart. What went wrong? Travis Decker was a former paratrooper, a military instructor, a dad. In June 2025, he allegedly murdered his 3 daughters. The public asked why. I asked how. How does a father reach a point so dark that he takes the lives he helped create? This is the story of Travis Decker and the tragic collision of borderline personality disorder and narcissistic personality disorder. Travis Decker once wore the uniform with pride. He was a National Guard instructor stationed in Washington, but in 2022, he was discharged for disciplinary reasons. From that point forward, his life spiraled. His marriage ended. His ex-wife, Whitney, claimed he was emotionally abusive and paranoid. She did try to find protection, but even with those red flags, the court granted visits with his daughters. He was living in a trailer, but even that was repossessed. He was alone, unstable. And on one of those visits, he snapped. To understand what happened, we have to talk about mental health, specifically about 2 personality disorders that are often misunderstood, but devastating when they coexist. Let's start with borderline personality disorder. Borderline personality disorder is marked by emotional instability, intense fear of abandonment, and unstable relationships. People with borderline personality disorder often struggle with identity. One minute, they feel loved. The next, they feel worthless. They see the world in black and white. People are either all good or all bad. It's called splitting. Now combine that with narcissistic personality disorder. Narcissistic personality disorder is marked by grandiosity, entitlement, and a fragile self-esteem that depends on external validation. People with narcissistic personality disorder need to be admired. They crave control, but their self-worth is hollow. So when someone with narcissistic personality disorder is criticized or rejected, it causes what we call a narcissistic injury. That's not just hurt feelings. It's a psychological wound that threatens their entire identity. Now, here's where it gets dangerous. Let me give you an example. If borderline personality disorder says, "Don't leave me, I'll fall apart," narcissistic personality disorder would say, "You're nothing without me. I'll punish you if you reject me." What happens when we put them together? We get someone who's terrified of abandonment, and that's what may have happened with Travis Decker. Reports say he became controlling, emotionally erratic, and paranoid. He felt powerless, he lost his job, he lost his wife, and he was losing custody. In his mind, he may have felt like this wasn't just being rejected, but he was being erased. In that moment, his disorders may have collided. Borderline fear colliding with narcissistic rage. The outcome, you guys, is devastating. This isn't about excusing what he did. It's about understanding the psychology behind it so we can prevent the next tragedy. Here's the truth. Personality disorders don't make anybody dangerous, but untreated, unacknowledged, and unmanaged, they can lead to dangerous behaviors, especially when systems fail to intervene. Travis Decker needed help, and those girls, they needed protection. Neither got what they deserved. We need better screening in family court. We need stronger mental health supports for veterans. And we need to take personality disorders seriously, not as labels, but as red flags for deeper pain, for those daughters, for the people who saw this coming and couldn't stop it, for every family navigating high conflict custody while begging the system to listen. Let's do better.